Was there anything on this game you take in terms of negativity, in terms of effort or anything like that, or was it just a bad night?
And I haven't sat up here one time at all this year talked about effort for our team. And honestly, I'm not going to start tonight. I didn't think we had a night where we didn't compete. I just thought their shot making really deflated us, man. You know, it was. I mean, I came in at halftime. I thought they made 23s at the half. Felt that the shots were so loud. And then the layups, you know, that they got. I thought it just kind of had us spinning. We was just kind of spinning the whole time. You got to give them credit, you know. They play a very simple game, you know, and it's just very effective. They built their team very nicely with all the shooting, you know, around Shea. And they beat us in every which way that you could in this game.
The amount of threes that they hit, how much of that do you think was the way you guys were defending, and how much of it was just sometimes teams just hit everything?
You know, I'll be honest with you. They did a good job of creating threes, but I really felt like a lot of those threes we were contesting those shots. You know, they made tough looks, and they really did. They just got it going. But there's some that they created. They get the ball to the paint. They have you know. I knew that it would be a multiple effort game for us. We talked about that. And they did that. But I thought for the most part, we contested most of their shots. I mean, they made them. Some of the layups, though, frustrated me, you know, them getting to the basket, no contest, and laying it up. Shea Gildress, Alexander, had a really easy, I thought, 28 all layups, man. All layups. I mean, you can't get a team that hot from three and then you give them layups too. I mean, that's gonna always result in a tough night, man.
So there were some problems there then, maybe not effort, but just in terms of attention to detail or aggressiveness or what?
Yeah, I thought our attention to detail was off a little bit, even from the start of the game. They got off to, you know, kind of an early start. I thought the turnovers in the first half really hurt us. You know, we had 10 for 17 points at the half. Those layups, I mean, when you got numbers, obviously, you know, you get 3-on-2s, 3-on-1s, obviously you're going to get a layup in that. But it's the half-court defense, you're set, you know, and then we just don't communicate on the switches. Or we change coverages, change defenses now. We're playing our 5 down and we veer because it's Chet, and we end up not veering, and we double the ball. Now they just kind of had us going. Lack of communication, lack of focus a lot of times.
Chauncey, what do you think about, you know, Chet's development? Just watching him as from the outside, and players like him coming into the NBA, obviously with that size, versatility, and ability that, you know, he's shown this year.
Yeah, this is my first time ever, obviously, you know, coaching against him, and you know, he's going to be a special player with his skill set and his size, and he has a competitiveness about him that I like too. You know, he's pretty tough out there. You know, he'll make a play, he'll talk a little bit on the court. I like that. I really like that. So they're going to be able to move him around from the 5 to the 4 they can handle with him. I mean, a chip like that, you can do so many things with him. So he's going to be an incredible player in this league.
Chauncey, one of the things you've talked about this year is playing with a requisite level of physicality. Do you feel like that was their night on both ends?
No, I don't. I didn't feel that we played with physicality tonight. I think that's why, you know, when I talk about lack of focus and attention to detail, that's one of the things that we wanted to do. I mean, I called my first time out. And I looked at all my guys and said, who played last night? They had an overtime game away, and they're fresher than we are. They're playing with more intention than we are. And that was disappointing, you know, that we don't, you know, you got to jump on teams like that, you know, let them notice to win this game. It's going to be really tough, you know, coming off of overtime, emotional win that they got last night. You knew their confidence would be high, but it's still back-to-back, you know, while we've been sitting here waiting. So I feel like, I've always felt this way. You can't you can lose a game very early on in the game. And today I thought we lost the game in the first quarter.